Hey, yo, welcome back to Rocky Fakoa in the Punch Club. I've been doing a lot of training, as you can look at my stats. I'll have the Birdman over here explain to you a bit better because he's a bit more eloquent with words than I am. But, I've been over here pumping the fucking iron non-stop so I can get ready for these fights. The game had me do a lot of grinding. I'm actually quite tired from the grinding. But, you know what? Birdman, please take over. I don't want to talk anymore. You don't want to talk anymore, Rocky. That's the new one. Anyway, as he was saying over here, we had to do a ton of grinding off camera, and I did that off camera. All that said and done, let's get over here and talk to Dean Kong. Now, one of the first things we have to do here is get up to Mighty Bruce. After Mighty Bruce, you have to fill up your fame meter again to fight the next dude, and the next dude, blah, 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 blah. However, I think the way we could do this easily without having to grind too much anymore at this point, and this is the reason why I kind of started the video here, is that we could actually now, after a bid, donate money to get some fame points into our favor, and if we lose stats, again, as I mentioned, we are already at a pretty good stat point that even if we drop down, it's not going to really affect our fights much. This guy's already down to half HP after one round. Come on, dog. You gotta get your training game up, man. You gotta do what I did. Just fucking non-stop grind off camera. Let me tell you, I enjoyed the game so much. I enjoyed it a lot, up to Russia. And even in Russia, I still kind of enjoyed like the whole little like atmosphere about it. I thought it was pretty cool. Not that I don't enjoy this too. I like the idea of the whole fame to get you back to the championship match over here. It makes perfect sense, right? The only problem is that there's just so much grinding in between it. Like, not only do you have to manage your stats to keep them high, you have to manage money, you have to manage the fame, and then after you, say right now we have to beat Mighty Bruce, right? After we beat Mighty Bruce, we have to once again do it all over again, assuming you didn't take time to grind a lot beforehand to, get up to the next fight, which is Hulk Hogan, if I'm right. And after Hulk Hogan, you have to go through Ken and Ryu. And they're Ken and Ryu, okay? Don't tell me the game calls them something else. It's goddamn Hulk Hogan, Ken, and, well, not Ryu, I guess. It's Ryu. I remember I used to call him Ryu as a kid, and, I forgot where it was. Like, I believe I was picking up Street Fighter versus... I think it was Street Fighter 3 Alpha or something like that for the... Was it PlayStation 1? I think it was PlayStation 1. Or was it 2? I think it was PlayStation 1. But I went to pick up the game at my local... This is a long time ago, by the way. Obviously, we're talking about PlayStation 1 era now, or maybe even early, too. I went to pick up Street Fighter versus... or Street Fighter 3 Alpha at my local game shop at the time, right? I mean, I was still a young little falcon, still a little fledgling bird, growing his wings out and doing his thing, continue going forward. We are going to be fine to the end here. These guys will get a bit more tougher as we go onwards, but, again, we're set for good here. So I went to pick that up, and as a kid, still a youngling, I was just like, I think some guy, I asked for a copy of the game, right? And then some guy that was in line was like, oh yeah, who's your favorite fighter? And I was like, I think, who the fuck was it at the time? Well, I mean, number 3 or Alpha was when they introduced all those new people, right? So I wasn't really too familiar with them at the time, so I was just like, well, I like Ken and Ryu. And this guy, I guess he was like one of those like hardcore, like, you better fucking call him by the proper way to say that name. And he's like, no, it's not Ryu, it's Ryu. And I'm like, what? It's not Ryu, it's Ryu. And I'm like, oh, okay, I just always called him Ryu. He's like, no, it's not. A lot of people like you call him Ryu, it's Ryu. And I'm like, oh, okay. And this is like a grown man at the time, mind you. Like, he was a grown fucking man. I'm like a little kid, so I'm like probably, I don't know what age I was, maybe like 14 or 15 at the time or something. It's like, Ryu. And I was like, okay. And like, even at the time, I remember like, I wasn't too much of a smart ass back then, right? So I didn't say much about it, but even at the time as a kid, I thought to myself like, god damn, dog, you're taking this shit a bit too serious now, aren't you? Like flip out at people just because they don't call them Ryu. It's like, it's spelled a way that's kind of like really... I guess, up in the air for, like, American people, I guess, or just anybody, really, any other culture. It's kind of like, with Final Fantasy X, you had the whole Titus versus Titus thing. I used to honestly call him Titus, I'll be honest with you. And then I found out it's Titus, and I was like, well, if it's fucking Titus, why don't you add an E in there? Huh? If you added 2 E's, or 1 E at least, I would probably call him Titus. But no, I see an I, so I'm gonna say Titus. T-I. Anyway, that was my, real story right there. It actually also happened once with,
Oh no, man! Apparently this game shop over here attracted all the fucking like hardcore otakus, and that's fine if you're a hardcore otaku, but just don't get mad at people for not understanding or saying things properly. Here's the last fight coming up already. Oh, we gotta fight the Xenomorph. That's so good. That's awesome. And what was this one about? Oh, it was about Trigun. Did you guys know it's not Trigun? It's Trigun. Yeah. Again, I learned that the hard way as a kid. No, it's not Trigun. You baka gaijin, it's Trigun. We didn't call me a baka gaijin, but I imagine he might as well fucking had called me a baka gaijin, because, you know, he was just so adamant about how you pronounce Trigun. And again, it's the whole thing again. It's like I see an eye, you know, if I see an eye, I'm thinking try, you know? If I see a kid riding down the street with a little tricycle, I'm not going to call it a tricycle, I'm going to call it a tricycle. It's an eye. But yeah. I was told, no, baka gaijin, it's Trigun. And there you go, it's Trigun. So, Ryu and Trigun. Learn them. Learn them pretty well, because if you run into the same individual that I did, nowadays he's probably even older and more demented, and he'll probably get like really physical with you. So just keep in mind, it's Trigun and Ryu. Otherwise, you might run into some problems here. So this is all completed now? Perfect, take the price. Give me my money, give me my rewards. I would go into my Old Dirty Bastard song, but people have told me that you guys don't like the way I sing. Who came up with that idea? You don't like the way I sing? How dare you? Alrighty, so we have a ton of money. Now what we can do is actually just buy our fame over here in a sense. We might have to do something else here in the meantime. We might sacrifice like some fame for money here, but for the most part everything is fine. Our stats can drop at this point and I'm not too worried about it. So first things first, we're going to have to get some food in us. People were telling me a few episodes back not to buy food, like it was like, they'll give you food for free over here. Yeah, you're right, but at the same time, it's like, you know, you have all this money in the world now, why not buy food? They only replenish the food here, like, you know, every day, and it's only like one piece, you know? It's not like in Russia where they give you like a ton of perovsky, like, you know, constantly, you know? So, you could probably make this go faster just by doing that. And the other comment that I'll probably get is, Falcon, don't sleep. Sleeping drops your stats, and you can just pump yourself with coffee and energy drinks. You're right. I learned that all through the grinding phase that I was doing off camera, mind. Like, I figured out, like, I was kind of like, oh, why am I even resting? I could just go over here and just hop myself full of caffeine. And I have the money to do it in the game anyway. Not in real life. I'm a poor man in real life, but in the game. So, over here, I think we're good to go. Let's go ahead and throw the party here first. Who likes to rock the party? Oh, come on. Dude, I was about to do my Flight of the Conchords thing. Oh, let's try it again. Hold up. Ding Kong? Hold on. Who likes to rock the party? I like to rock the party. Who likes to rock the party? I like to rock the party. Who likes to rock the party? I like to rock the party. Alrighty, let's Flight of the Conchords. You're not familiar with Flight of the Conchords? Oh, my friends, you are missing out. They're kind of like I guess a comedic musician band. Like, it's good music, it's just kind of like comedic based, right? But if you're not too down with that, go watch the Flight of the Conchords on HBO. You could probably stream it anywhere these days, but they have season 1 and 2. Number 1 is obviously better than number 2, but it's still a really, really good show, 1 and 2 season altogether. Really, really funny. You'll be laughing a lot. That's one of my favorite shows, like, especially from the HBO network anyway. Really, really good stuff, Flight of the Conchords. And I'm disappointed they're not even thinking about doing a number 3 season just yet. Or if any time, they probably will. I think they're like family men now or something, but it's unfortunate, but it's so good, man. Check it out if you have not. Let's see. We're gonna fight Mighty Bruce. We're ready for it. Fight it out. Mighty Bruce, so he's got 316 and an 8, Technician, Kick Dropper, and Demoralize. So he's going to be kind of similar to our build. It's very similar to our build. The only difference is we have better stats. Yeah, everything else is about the same. So, there you go, find it out. This is one of those builds where you could kind of set up a proper way to, I guess, have him kick his own ass with the proper skill setup. But as I mentioned, our stats are really good at this point. And my skill setup is so fine that, you know, we can just kind of go into this and, for the most part, just win most of these fights. Some might put up a fight, depending on how we, at least how things proc. As you can see over here, I'm just kind of wearing him out. He's got no energy left over. Oh, that's unfortunate. You know why it's unfortunate? Because Mighty Bruce, what to call him. I guess we could call him Mighty Bruce Lee. But Bruce Lee has, like, this whole, like, I guess, like, chakra. Is that the right word I'm looking for here? this aura, this chakra about him, like if you hear people talking about Bruce Lee, like I've been reading these things about Bruce Lee in the past where he was just kind of like really inspirational when it came to working out, and why shouldn't he be? Have you seen this fucking man? He was alive? How ripped and cut he was? Yeah, like let me tell you, if somebody's gonna tell you some inspiration stuff, it would probably be Bruce Lee. We got that win? Good. We have also some skills over here to purchase if we want to. I think we have just about everything I want, really. Red sneakers, we have the turtle. Yeah, I think we got everything, dog. What's long timer? All positive effects work longer for you? Yeah, that could be useful, I guess. I don't want Slave of the Wind. Yeah, dog, I think we got everything. I mean, I guess I could just unlock Way of the Turtle. Sure, why? Oh, you gotta unlock it through basic skills, right? Hold up, yeah, I'll pick that up, I guess. Why not? Way of the Turtle. Alrighty. There it is, Meat Shield. I could get some of these if I wanted to, but I don't think we'll need it. But whatever, I had some extra skill points, might as well throw them somewhere. We'll talk more about this Bruce Lee thing here pretty soon. Let me find out what needs to be done right now. We need a little bit of HP back and some energy, right? So for the next one, all we need is 400. We're not going to be able to do it this. Actually, yeah, we have enough money to do through 2 parties and fight Hulk Hogan. Perfect. But we need some energy first. Do I have some coffee in here? I doubt it. Yeah, we'll do the energy drinks. I have some herbal potions left over as well. Oh, mind you, even though we're about to wrap up the series because we're almost done with it, I could do an alternate path. Like, there's different endings I've heard, like at least one more different ending, depending on the choices you make. I could do that. I'm going to hold off on that. What we're going to be doing instead is that after this, after we're done here, hold up. Who likes to rock the body? I like to rock the body. Who likes to rock the body? I like to rock the body. The body, the body. Who likes to rock the body? Okay, I'm pretty sure that's not how the song goes, but it's close enough. Did we really not finish that? Oh, come on, dog. We're right there. Ah. Oh, you don't even have coffee here. Hold up, I'll be right back. See, here's the reason why I'm telling you guys. Don't tell me. Don't waste money on food, Falcon. Well, we have to. These guys don't replenish me in time. There you go. Let's not spend all the money, though, because we do need them for some more parties. Who likes to? Okay, stop. Just stop right now. But, alright, so with Bruce Lee, right? You know, this guy was like, he was basically chiseled out of stone, right? You've all seen pictures of him. He's fucking ripped as fuck. It's like really demoralizing to, like, you know, us human plebes, you know? You see Bruce Lee and you're like, God damn, dog. I'm gonna go over here and, like, you know, do my laundry on your abs. Like, that guy was a redonkulous cut. But, I've heard, like, you know, things that people were, like, saying, like, yeah, like, friends of them, close friends, like, they used to work out with Bruce Lee. And, like, they'd go out and running for, like, you know, so many miles. And they're human, and Bruce Lee is apparently a fucking alien. So they're like, Bruce, like, you know, after running nonstop for a couple of miles, Bruce, and you stop. Bruce is like, why? It's like, I'm tired. And he's just kind of like, well, you gotta keep going. And he's like, no, you don't understand, I'm gonna die. And Bruce Lee's just like, then die. Just straight up, then die. If you're not down to be if you're not down for this shit, then die, because you're just giving up on life. And I'm just like, I read that and I was like, God damn, Bruce Lee. I mean, I'm not that inspirational myself. I'm not inspirational. Did we not finish this shit or what? Oh, come on. It's over now? We got it? Good, we got it. But yeah, I mean, I wish I could read stuff like that and be inspired, and I am. Like, I'll say, like, yeah, that's really inspiring. But then I'll turn around and I'm like, let's just go back to being lazy Falcon. Because it works for me. Oh, we gotta do another party for this guy. Alrighty, Hulk Hogan. Do another party. I think we might have enough right now, energy to finish it off. We'll go and get some more energy drinks, though, because we're gonna obviously need some to proceed forward here. Come on. Come on. Who likes to rock the party? Falcoa likes to rock the party. Let's come back over here. Buy a few more energy drinks here for our next one. Oh, I already had it full, right. I should have just drank them and then came over here, right? Yeah, that would have made sense, fam. Would have made all the sense in the world, my man. That's cool. Don't you worry, Rocky. Just, You know who I fear for here? I fear for Rocky. Did you realize how many, like, energy drinks were pumping this guy awake? He doesn't sleep anymore. All he does is just fucking stays awake by pumping, like, 7 energy drinks into his body every single day. This man's heart is gonna explode. And we have nobody to blame but Ding Kong and his goddamn inept chef that won't give us coffee. I mean, I guess coffee has its own caffeine as well. Probably not as bad as an energy drink, but still, it's the same premise, right? Let's go ahead here and fight Hulk Hogan. I could go and work out a bit and get us up to a 15 in stamina, but, you know, I think this is more than enough, as I mentioned. At this point, we can just basically steamroll, and even if we drop stats, we should be alright. We have the Tiger, everything's over here good. What does he have? He's got Powerful Uppercut, Knee Crush, Karate Kick, Torment, what is that? Torment Strikes, and Block. Now, he's Hulk Hogan in this game, but let's be honest here. If we're going by the whole Rocky and Hulk Hogan lore, he's Thunderlips. He is motherfucking Thunderlips, dog. Of course, you gotta have watched the Rocky movies to know what I'm talking about here, but he's Thunderlips. You know, it's weird because that's the movie that kind of blew up Hulk Hogan in terms of popularity. Like, they were, like, I'm a big wrestling buff, so I read about this shit, I hear about it. But, there were already plans of making Hulk Hogan, like, you know, we're gonna make this guy a fucking star in the wrestling world. But the Rocky movie really helped his stock out, right? Because he was in a big, you know, blockbuster movie, Sylvester Stallone, and they were just kind of like, and he was like, you know, he wasn't like a really big part of the movie, right? But he had a really interesting part to play that people remember. I mean, they always remember Thunderlips. And after that came out, they were like, alrighty, he's got some Hollywood appeal now, let's make him a fucking star, and they did. Unfortunately for Hulk Hogan, after that, he tried many, many times to become, you know, popular in Hollywood, and he failed many times. What do we have? We had The Nanny. We had Thunder in Paradise. That was a television show. Just about everything that he tried fucking failed, let's be honest here. Like, I know there's some people out there that probably be like, Falcon, Thunder in Paradise was a good show. And I'm like, okay, you know what, dog? Let's not kid ourselves here, okay? That was a bad show. You know how I know? I used to watch that show just because of Hulk Hogan alone as a kid. And even then, I was just kind of like, man, this is ridiculous, man. Let's see, 600 is what we need for Ryu. We're gonna need to do this twice, and maybe if we have some fame come in, we should be able to do this. You know what? If we, daily income 10 fame, oh, it's gonna cost me 300 though. No, never mind. It's gonna put us way below. So, I'm gonna go ahead and throw some more parties in. Who likes to rock the party? I like to rock the party. Who likes to rock the party? I like to rock the party. Look at this fucking fist pumping out there. I just realized he's actually fist pumping out there. What is this, like some sort of New Jersey? Wait. No, wait. I got it, hold up. It's, New Jersey. you know that show, New Jersey Shore? Yeah. Okay, I mean, I was close. It's Jersey Shore. How long ago was that now? Was that like fucking 3 or 4 or 5 years ago now? You know, time just flies by. Like, that was, like, big for a while. Why? You know, fuck, you're asking the wrong person why that was big. But it was big. There's no denying it. People were talking about that shit nonstop. I mean, I guess people just like to watch, like, train wrecks and stuff, right? So, yeah, I remember when that was big. Yeah, you had your Snooki. You had your, I forgot everybody else. I was about to say Silent J and... Jay and the other dude Bob. I'm like thinking, no, that's the Insane Clown Posse now. Oh, that's another thing that was popular for a while. I was in high school when ICP was big, and I had this friend who was really cool. He was into, like, you know, like hardcore, like metal, death metal, but a part of him had really, really big connections to the whole Juggalo movement. Like, he was like, and it's kind of weird because I never thought that the ICP type of crowd mixed with like hardcore death metal, but apparently it did. See, we're 20 away from the real fight over here. What can we do? I guess we'll throw another party, right? We have the money for it. But yeah, I always thought that the ICP crowd was kind of like their own like weird little fragment of like, you know, pop or like culture and stuff, and then like metal was kind of like separate from that crowd. Because like, you know, growing up, like when I was in high school, like you had like everybody kind of broken up into groups in high school, right? Like you had your metalheads, you had your skaters, you had your people into hip-hop, you had your jocks, you know? It was basically like fucking cliche high school when I was growing up. But, juggalos were really like, you know, really rare, at least in my growing up phase. And I also thought, just based on culture alone, that like, you know, the heavy metal, death metal people just didn't like the whole high CP like type of music, right? But this guy was like, you know, into like hardcore death metal, but he was like a hardcore fucking juggalo, like hardcore, right? And it was just weird. It was like the weirdest clash of all time when I was growing up. I was like, how does that work out? I don't know. But yeah, you know, just over here talking about random nonsense now, just because we have to get through these fights. And at this point, you know, we're just grinding for fame, which is the reason why I wanted to do a lot of this off camera, because not only do we have to grind for fame, we have to grind for stats. So that's the reason I did most of this off camera, for our enjoyment over here going forward. We can just kind of steamroll over here, and at the same time it gives me some chance to talk about random stuff. Now here's the thing, this is something I could have done had I just shown all the grinding on camera, but as I mentioned a while back, if I'm gonna talk about random stuff and tangents, I like it to come natural. If I had to come in here and think, alright, I'm gonna do a grinding episode now, I have to find things to talk about, then it's no fun for me because it's not natural, you know? I'm not over here just going by what I'm seeing and going on tangents on that. It's kind of like I have to sit here and be like, well, okay, wow, we're gonna be grinding non-stop. Well, hey, yeah, did you guys remember this show? Yeah, this show was good. I mean, that's not natural. But if I over here sit down and I start playing the game with progress, I could just, you know, observe what's happening, and we could just have a good time, and I would just talk about random stuff. Natural. So, that's the reason why I did much of this, grinding off camera. Third round, oh my god, come on. Ken? Look at this shit, dog. Almost down. There he is. Good. You know, I mentioned I was kind of a Street Fighter fan growing up. I'm not really much into fighting games these days. I'm terrible at them, honestly. Like, I see, like, I don't really see them, but I hear about all these, like, you know, championship tournaments and stuff like that, and, like, I'll watch them. And it's weird because, let's see. Our next fight is at 700. Oh, fuck. We gotta do this, like, 3 times, more than likely. Well, we have the money for it. It's just a little matter about pumping ourselves full of energy drinks and getting a few more. Alrighty, I think we've done enough here for today, guys. I'm gonna go over here and buy some more of this stuff. I will pump myself up. I'll probably grind the fame off camera. We'll come back next episode. We'll take care of Ryu, and then I think we're ready for the last episode. As a matter of fact, you know what? I think the next episode might be the last one, guys. So, we're gonna wrap it up here for today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up. Leave a like to support. It does mean a lot. Stay tuned for the next one, which I'm pretty sure is gonna be last episode. I'll catch you guys then.